Hey, what's up YouTube? Q here again, and today I'm going to be talking about the reasons why I traded in my Mustang. A lot of people have been giving me a lot of questions about, like, hey, you just had the Mustang for 6 months only, like, why would you trade it in so fast? And in today's videos, I'm going to explain all the reasons why I traded in the Mustang so fast. If you like the content that I'm putting out, please like, comment, subscribe, share, and that would be greatly appreciated. Alright, so let me get into why I traded in my 2019 Mustang GT for a 2020 Camaro SS 1LE after only 6 months. So, little backstory. I've been liking the Camaro since 2010, and I actually shopped around for one, and I was going to buy one. I was going to buy a black SS with white stripes back in 2010. And I was all sold and got ready until I test drove the car. And that test drive was horrendous because I couldn't see out of the car. And back then I wasn't that experienced with driving performance cars. I had drove a 2006 Chevy Impala for the last few years before I considered the Camaro. And before that I had a 98 Escort. So the Camaro was a world of a difference. So I was like, man, I like the car. It drove smoothly and everything. But after I drove it, I'm like, man, let me sit and think on this for a minute. And then I drove a 2012 Mustang, a V6 automatic Mustang. And after driving that back to back with the Camaro, I chose the Mustang. I chose a V6 Mustang over a V8 Camaro.
What?
So fast forward to this year, or last year actually, 2019. So I was looking around and I wanted a Camaro, and I was looking at the 2019 Camaros, but I love the 2018 Camaros, especially the ZL1s. And when they did the 2019 refresh, I'm like, man, I don't like the grill at all. And I looked at it for days. A few days actually. I'm like, man, maybe it's just me. I spoke to some coworkers. They're like, yeah, it's okay. And it was polarizing. But then I sat on it and I looked at one in person. I'm like, man, I just don't like this car, so I couldn't pull the trigger. So that's when I bought my Mustang. A few months in after owning my Mustang, I saw an advertisement. Actually, it was something that I like on Facebook, Road and Track magazine. They posted an article. Mustang owners get $3,000 off a Camaro when you trade in your Mustang. It has to be 2014 or newer. I'm like, oh man, it was very intriguing to me. So I actually went to the dealership that week and I searched around for it, but unfortunately they told me that I couldn't get the GM employee discount with the Mustang Conquest. So that kind of killed it for me. The only way I could kind of make up for all the negative equity was all the rebates that I could possibly get, plus the employee discount. And so the Mustang Conquest, it was actually only $2,000. I don't know why Road and Track said $3,000. So I couldn't combine that with the GM employee pricing, and that kind of ruined it for a while. But then I kept on looking. I'm like, man, it's in my head now, so I kind of want to go ahead with this. So I saw the 2020 Camaros, and on the website it said there were no rebates for it, and there weren't that many around. And so I just went to another dealership anyway. I'm like, man, let me get an appraisal on my Mustang, just because I'm so intrigued by this Camaro, because I really like the look of the 2020. So I went to a dealership and I looked at the 2019 and the 2020 next to each other. 2019 still didn't do it for me at all, especially next to the 2020. So I'm like, all right, at this point, I don't even want the 2019 anymore. And don't get me wrong, the 2019 is okay. It's just not for me. Like, it looks good in darker colors and white. Only because you can wrap the, let me see if I can point to it, this middle bar on the white Camaro. If you wrap that, it actually looks okay. But any other color, I just don't like what they did to the grill. So at the dealership that I got my appraisal on, they told me that it was actually the Mustang Conquest deal was for the 2020 Camaro as well as the 2019s, and the rebates were very similar. So I came out not too much further behind going with the 2020 as opposed to a 2019. And I actually like settled. I was going to settle for a 2019 if I did trade it in. I'm so happy I went with the 2020, just because I have to have the body color. The real reason that I did get the 2020 Camaro was simply because I could get the 2020 Camaro. Not to say that there's anything wrong with the Mustang. There's absolutely nothing wrong with the Mustang. I like the Mustang a lot, but I just like the Camaro a little bit more. So to me, let's say the Mustang is kind of like Nicki Minaj, and the Camaro is like Cardi B. I wanted the Camaro. I wanted Cardi B. And the Challenger can be like Lizzo. Get out of here, Lizzo. Nobody don't want you. Nah, just kidding. All jokes aside, the Challenger is a good car too. Kind of want the Challenger too. Not right now though. I'm happy with the Camaro. And actually, I made a bet with my friend just because I jump in and out of cars so much. This is my 19th car. So I had 18 other cars besides this one, not including what my wife drives. It would be like over 20. So the bet with my friend was that if I traded in my Mustang before 5 years, he gets to punch me in the chest as hard as he could. I didn't want that to happen, but there were a couple stipulations that we had to get me out of there. So one thing was financial hardship, which I'm not in at the moment, thankfully. And the second reason would be if I upgrade. And to me, the 2020 Camaro SS 1 Elite is definitely an upgrade over the base Mustang GT. And even the Mustang GT Performance Package Level 1 and Level 2. And people are going to hate me for this, the GT 350. But I would choose the GT 350 over this just because it's a more special car, and the engine, it's a hell of an engine on that car. That engine is special. That Mustang is special. But that's the only Mustang that I would choose over this one. And I would choose the ZL1 over the Mustang GT 500 as well. Only because I'm biased towards manuals. That's it. Yes, I did turn my car around. I know people's eyes get tired. They get bored of looking at the same thing. Probably don't want to look at my face all this time. So yeah, now look at the back of my car. But back to the video. A Mustang versus Camaro. Honestly, I could go either way. And I did go both ways. But the Camaro, it's an awesome car. I like the way it drives. But it's not a fair comparison directly to my last Mustang. But I have driven I've driven all the Mustangs minus the GT 500, and I think the GT 350 versus the SS 1LE, they both handle really well, and they're close to the same. But the engine in the GT 350 is better than the Camaro. It's more special. And anybody considering a Mustang or a Camaro, it depends on what you like more. Me, I wanted something a little different. I didn't have to. The Mustang was fine, but this Camaro is an upgrade for me. I got the better handling, and this car handles really well. And the Mustang in base form is pretty floaty, to be honest. And the track package is not worth it, to be honest, to me. Just buy some coilovers on there. I think it'll come out better than, at least for the level 1. But they do have the Magna Ride on the Mustang too, so that makes a world of a difference as well. For everyday driving, the Mustang is a better car. I was getting in this car because I actually have 2 car seats in the Camaro, and I had 2 car seats in the Mustang. Getting my kids in and out, There's surprisingly more legroom in the back of the Camaro than the Mustang. But it's harder to get the kids in and out of the Camaro because the roof is so low. I bump my daughter's head every time I get her in the car. There's no room. Like, she's only 3 and her head just is so close to the ceiling. And the Mustang, it has like a lot more interior storage. Like, I had cubbies in the pockets of the door. It's like the glove box was bigger, the center console and the armrest was bigger. It was just storage galore in the Mustang, and I didn't realize how much I would miss that until it was actually gone. The Camaro, there is virtually no interior cubby space. Like, there's a very small pocket on the driver and passenger doors, but those are kind of useless. And the center console, I put my adapter for my phone in there, and there's like only room for a couple sheets of paper. Like, I keep my registration in there. And the glove box is already full, and I haven't put anything in there but my proof of insurance. Oh, and the one thing, and this should have been the first thing I noted, but everything that people say about the visibility of the Camaro, it's true. Camaro is very difficult to see out of, and I didn't think I would be able to back the Camaro up the driveway, to be honest. The belt line is so high in the Camaro that it's so hard to see out of. It's kind of like you're in a submarine, so you can't really judge like the side of the car. Like, every time I pull in the garage, I think I'm going to take off the side mirror. But when I get out the car, I'm like, man, I had like a whole 1.5 feet. So that definitely gets some getting used to, but it's doable, but it's different. The Mustang is just, it's not a bad car to see out of. The visibility is good in the Mustang, especially compared to the Camaro. And unfortunately, I haven't driven the Camaro long enough to give you like a full detailed review on that, but I'll get to that soon. Like, today it's raining, and we have freezing rain coming. It's been raining for like the last day straight, and it's going to keep raining for like the next 8 hours or so. So I'm not going to take the Camaro on the road today. I'm just going to stay in my garage for today. But I promise the next video, I'll at least do a walk around and some driving in the Camaro, because that's what everybody wants to see. And I got a few comments. I appreciate those comments, everybody. So I'm going to keep on uploading. I want to stay consistent. So on this jury day, this is the video I came up with. But I hope that answers a lot of questions. The Mustang is not a bad car, and the Camaro is not a bad car either. They're so even to me. It's just personal preference. And I love this color on the Camaro. The Mustang, my favorite color was the that I did not get, that I kind of regret, but I would have traded the Mustang in anyway. It's the need for green. That's a great color on that car. But I hope you all enjoyed this video. Make sure you please like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell notification. Let me know what you want to see in the comments. If you got any specific questions that you want to answer to, I'm here for it. So with that, please everybody take care, be safe, and I'm out of here.